on my hands, strong like a tree. There's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law. Try to catch me howling at the moon.
Evening, everyone. Welcome to Recovery Unplugged Live. Amy is Google searching at the moment, so I will unmute her. I'll unmute her when she's ready to go. So, welcome to Recovery Unplugged Live. I'm John Spalding from GNBC Live. This is a special episode today because we are just going to do some December updates. We have some important announcements for a couple upcoming broadcasts, and we wanted to highlight on some of Amy's achievements so far, regarded for her own work and also for this show, and just make sure that everyone's on the same page. So hope that you'll tune in, and if not, you'll watch the VOD and invite your friends to some of our upcoming episodes that we have. Are you ready yet?
I'm ready.
So we had an opening video for Old King Cole. That's the trailer, and that has turned into a movie that was going to star our friend Del Weston, but now is just paid in tribute to his work and to his life.
Yes, I had a quote come through, but I realized I didn't like it. It didn't because it was his quote. It wouldn't. It was his cover photo. I can't share it, but basically it says, "You are an amazing person." It says all this stuff like that, like you are growing, this, that, and this is what I think of you. And just when I'm gone, remember that. And I was like, oh God, that's such a knife. I just burst into tears because I had just woken up and come into the living room, and I was like, oh, I can't deal.
Yeah.
Because I really, really miss him, and I can only imagine what Teresa and the kids are going through at this time of year. It's pretty sucky.
Have you talked with her at all?
Actually, I sent her a message yesterday or the day before, so
okay.
I've heard from her, but I haven't heard from her in a couple of months. So
Gotcha. So
go
ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, I'm sure she's just hectic with like putting everything together and keeping everything together, house and home and everything like that.
Yeah, I'm sure. You like my new reading glasses?
I love them.
Old. Son, you're getting old. But now I've had them for so long now, a couple months. Now I get mad when I can't find them.
Yeah. I was like, I've had gray hair. Like right when I had a gray hair when I was 5 years old, and so I've had gray hair technically since I was 5, and I've been wearing glasses since I was 9. So I didn't have to wait to get old for that.
Yeah, we're just wiser. It just makes us wiser than most.
Just wiser.
So before we get into some December updates for our programming for Recovery Unplugged Live, what are some updates that you have?
Well, okay, I now have a literary agent, which we all knew, a publicist, and which we discussed last time. And now I've been...
Sorry.
That's okay. And now Gamut Management signed me, and what they specialize in is representing those with disabilities in the Hollywood industry to try, and their mission is to change the culture and society and how they view and look at people with disabilities. And the requirement to be a talent, you don't have to pay money. It's not like that. It's just that you need to have a disability, or a different ability, however you want to put it, however you want to couch it. And they signed me as an actress and a mental health ambassador.
Mm-hmm.
So that happened
Your first order of business needs to be to find a leader from the organization to come on your show.
Yes.
That's cool. What was the process like to be a part of that?
Months ago, before AOF, before all that, I just ran across the web. I Googled, managers, because it was probably around the time my previous manager stepped away, and I think she kind of retired. So I was like on the hunt for representation again.
Mm-hmm.
And I came across this website. I thought it was brilliant. I thought our missions, but when I filled it out, I couldn't just put my director's reel or my accomplishments. I had to put my height. I had to put my weight. I had to put my hair color. I had to put my eye color, and what and my age. And I was like, okay, because none of that stuff really bothers me. Like if someone told me to lose weight, I'd said, whatever.
Maybe your next project.
Next to the next. But it's exciting that in the last 3 months it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and I can't really talk about everything that's going on the literary agent side, which is very exciting. But it's just, it's like when they tell you when it happens, it'll start happening faster, and it's really true.
Anything new on the publicist side?
We launch, she told me January.
Okay.
Like she's building me a classy website. It's not me like cut and paste and all that. She's putting together a really spiffy site, and there's more on that later.
Good.
Tuesday, and that is really. I finished my nonfiction book, Breaking Through: How to Make Your Wildest Dreams Come True, and so my literary agent is taking that to New York and seeing if there'll be any nibbles. I started a new book, and it's a novel, and I think it's going to work this time. That's what's exciting about it. I love getting that.
That was the title.
No, the name of the book, of the novel, is The Grieving.
Okay.
And I don't want to talk about it because I tend to talk my ideas out. If it's not because I think somebody's going to steal them, I'm not that precious about my stuff. It's just that I don't want it to run out of my head and then I have no ideas left or right. So then very quickly, very briefly, I wrote a one-woman show, and originally I was going to have Annabelle sing songs that I wrote, but I wrote these poems, mm-hmm. and it's I don't know what the name of it is right now, but I'm collaborating with Mr. Tim Druck, and and we're going to shoot it the week this month, the week 18th through the 23rd. So we think we're going to be able to shoot everything in 3 or 4 days, and then we'll sit down and edit together. It's much different. It's a more intimate thing. It's me, Tim, Missy, and Caitlin. Mm-hmm. That's right. And and then at the beginning of January, so it's very close together. I feel much better now that I've had a pre-production meeting with my DP and the writer of the script. Is January 7th, 8th, and 9th. We're filming it's called Cemetery. It's called The Cemetery or whatever. And it is written by my friend Pamela Turner. She's an excellent screenwriter and author. I know you've met her at Indie Gathering, mm-hmm. and we'll be filming that. And the script is there's no fat. It looks like there's maybe 10 pages,
Okay.
so it's going to be,
So about a
but
7 or 8 minute film.
like 10 to 15 pages.
Yeah.
I have to go back and look because she did some rewrites today, and and we cut a whole storyline, so there would be no fat. Like, it would be okay to have this storyline if like you were developing it into a feature, but it's a short film. And when you submit those things to festivals, there can be no fat. Like, run tight, it's got to be really tight, and she wants it to be at a good level. And I've got some, I told her this is my gift to her because she does have a daughter who has autism, and it makes it difficult for her to travel and do things now that her husband has passed on. So but that is all that's in the hopper for now. Oh yeah, and I'm going to Broadway in March to see Daniel Craig in Macbeth.
Oh boy, that's awesome.
Okay, so those are all the updates for now.
Okay, and so for December, for Recovery Unplugged Live, we have 3 more broadcasts that we're going to do for this year, and then we'll start up again in 2022 with a new cast of interviewees. But,
That's right.
For this week, next Monday, that would be December
The
13th.
Yes,
we're
we
going to have the great
Ann-
Annabelle Munro.
Yeah.
How'd you get her to agree to come back on?
She's a friend. I love her dearly, and she's got projects of her own to talk about. And it just that last episode with Lorraine and her has done very well in getting accepted into festivals, and it's actually won a couple of things like runner up or something like that. Although it's weird when you're doing because we put it as a web series, because sometimes they don't have podcast categories. So I'm like, well, we're on the web. It's a series. It's like a talk show. Medium series.
It's cool because this show can either be a podcast or a web series. It's both.
Yeah.
Really?
Some people have. The thing is, I went to AOF. Their podcast can only be 10 minutes long, and I always go more than 10 minutes.
What the hell podcast? What podcast is only 10 minutes?
Well, it depends on what your there's entertainment, there's there's fiction podcasts coming up. It's like my podcast
if you've ever listened to a podcast, podcasts are an hour, sometimes 3 hours.
Well, you're also looking at someone. Well, we could do that. That would be okay. I think the reason why Teresa did that is because Dell isn't there anymore, and they get thousands and thousands of submissions.
Yeah.
And it is time consuming, and finding judges to do that and support is very difficult. So, I kind of understand why she did. Yes, I could probably go through and do it's hard to cut.
Yeah.
As you know, it's hard to cut. But the one, everybody like the ones I've been entering and been loading up as content is like the Del Weston episodes on my YouTube, and that works for me. And so like Monday when I forgot I was supposed to load something up. You tell you I'm not used to being a YouTuber, but I think you could submit an edited version, gotcha. A really smooth edited version.
So we have Annabelle Monroe on the 13th. On the 20th and the 27th, we have 2 special screenings of your film Letters to Daniel.
Yes, we do.
So we're going to be working hard to invite the cast for one or both episodes to come join us live on Zoom beforehand, and then tune in to the broadcast of the show. And so just thought I'd let you know, one of the leads in Pam's movie is Anna Maria.
So,
Gotcha.
some of the other. Oh, okay. Well, I said that last week. So, do we have really anything else?
I don't think so.
I think we should keep it short and sweet this week.
We're going to show the Letters to Daniel trailer. So next week we'll see you guys as we interview Annabelle Monroe. Stay tuned to Recovery Unplugged Live. We'll have more updates to come. And then we'll be updating your new website. We're looking forward to that. When your new website's done in January, we'll do a feature for that. And hopefully we'll have someone from your, what was it, your management company that just took you as an advocate? Gamut.
Yes.
So we'll be putting together stuff for January. For those of you watching, if you have some ideas for who we could reach out to in the creative or in the film community, please let us know, and we will follow up and bring them on. Or anyone who uses creativity to be a better advocate or to be a better individual, if you have or are currently working with or are a caretaker for someone with a mental health issue.
Definitely.
All right. Well, good to see you, Amy. Thanks for coming on. We're leaving now with the trailer for Letters to Daniel, and we'll see you on the 20th and 27th when we broadcast that full feature film live here on Recovery Unplugged Live. All right. Have a good evening.
Dear Daniel Craig, life did not always look like this. This marked a moment of triumph. A way of crushing an abysmal past and daring those with a stereotypical view of those with mental illness to challenge me on any front. To many, this was just a documentary. For me and Missy, this was our life.
It's like my skin is coming off. And my thoughts, they're racing so fast. I can't keep up.
I'm suffering too, you know. You're not the only one.
Like my mind is coming apart and I can't get it to come together.
I think it's more than just that. Amy's been having a really hard time lately. She goes on these crying jags. She explodes without warning. She's so angry and so paranoid these days. She's not the happy Amy that I remember from Kentucky.
She thinks you're manic depressive. I, however, do not. I think this is something you've been obsessing on. I believe that it's all in your head.
Great week first. Okay. We're going to get you some help. I'll be okay. You do have a diagnosis. You have rapid cycling manic depression.
Dear Daniel Craig, bipolar disorder and those that saw it as contagious sought to pull me under, snap me in half, break me down. Even those well-intentioned do-gooders who see therapy and medication as bad and wrong, who see mentally ill individuals as hapless and hopeless, they're wrong. I found hope in your work. A comrade in Missy, my rock when no one else understood. You two are my twin lights when this disease threatened to take me down. And treatment was what got me through. Thank you, Daniel, for your talent and your work. Thank you for everything. Sincerely, Amy McCorkle.